It is autumn, one of my favourite times of the year, because as you can see, the harvest is being gathered in on this orchard. It is fantastic to see commercial orchards like this one thriving in Kent. And for the owners of this orchard, AC Goatham Son, the future is looking very bright. They've developed a 20-year plan to invest in and grow their business.
The future seems very bright at the moment for us here.
We've got the capability here within the UK to grow the best fruit, bar none.
I look at my mum and dad actually, they were the ones that really put the grunt into founding the business.
When Arthur Conference Goatham founded the business 70 years ago, he was an agricultural contractor who took immense pride in hand-selecting fruit. The family didn't actually own any of their farms back then, but in 2017, with his son Clive and grandson Ross running the family operation, they acquired their 20th farm in Medway and Kent, and they're still growing. They've invested over £40 million in the company in recent years and now produce a significant proportion of British apples and pears sold in the UK. And all this comes at a time when the company is celebrating its 70th anniversary and has been crowned overall winner of the annual Medway Business Awards. So I'm going to look at exactly what makes this business so successful. In 2017, they'll produce 170 million apples, which is the equivalent to 1 in every 4.5 British apples sold in the UK, and 50 million pears, which is 1 in 3 of all British Conference pears sold in the UK.
There is no doubt in my mind that my mother and father would be incredibly proud of what exists today, of where the business sits today. I'm very fortunate now that I'm surrounded by a team of people that I believe within our industry are without comparison. There is nothing comparable with the team that supports and manages ACG now.
AC Goatham Son's founder respected the land and the area that helped him to cultivate the roots of his business, and that ethos continues to this day, with a concentration on investing in the latest methods of growing fruit efficiently but sustainably and promoting the insect life that's essential for pollination. But the investment isn't just taking place in the orchards and producing apples like these, it's also going in to build new state-of-the-art facilities, and that's where I'm going right now. The profits made by AC Goatham Son are being invested back into the business. The new £10 million packhouse and cold store at Flanders Farm in Hoo is a prime example. As well as a packhouse, it also has pre-grading equipment, ripe and ready facilities for conference pears, and it's doubled the number of cold stores available to the business. There's also investment in people. At the busiest time of the year, around 600 people are employed by the company in its various operations.
We've got the most modern cold storage facilities for looking after our apples and pears. And we need to be able to have and to invest in those facilities so again that we can compete with growers, and not just from here in the UK but more importantly from overseas.
I've come along to do a bit of shopping because although Goathams have been going 70 years and are still family owned, as we've seen, they've invested a great deal in growing it into a modern business, and that gets them into leading retailers such as the major supermarkets.
I think the last 7 or 8 years of investment that we've put into the business are really starting to be visualised in the way we're now being looked on by our customer base. Very clearly we have a very unique business model, because I think with being the only business currently that has control of everything from the tree that's planted in the ground right up until the delivery to the supermarket door effectively, we have a complete availability to manage that entire supply chain.
The The investments by AC Goatham Son significantly contributes to the gross value added, or GVA, which measures the value of goods and services the company returns into the economy of Medway. Currently around £12 million annually, but estimated to rise to £28 million a year over the life of that 20-year investment plan that I mentioned earlier. Medway has a great tradition of fruit growing as a region and has some of the best quality fruit growing land in the country. So it was a great honour when AC Goatham Son was named overall winner in those Medway Business Awards against some pretty tough corporate competition from national and international conglomerates.
There's a lot of companies there that, although they're based in Medway, they're big national firms in manufacturing, in plant and in machine, all those sort of big firms that people know the names of. I can remember sitting there during the night with my dad saying, why on earth are we here? Looking around at some of the other businesses that were nominated. For people to really know us, I think it means even more. It's a fantastic accolade to have got, and it took us all by surprise.
Winning the award for us, especially locally, means that we're contributing locally to the economy. But if you then start thinking about that, not only is that a contribution locally to the economy, it's to the county, it's to the country, and hopefully, and if we can work together and actually grow the business further, which is what we intend to do, we are going to be growing for the next however many, 70 years, but also internationally. You know, we have aspirations as a business to actually be showcasing the best British grown apples and pears, not just here in the UK, which is our priority, but actually why shouldn't we be showcasing this internationally and overseas?
If I'm honest, I don't think I ever aspired to the perhaps dizzy heights that we now occupy. I've not done that alone. I've had great support over many years from those that have been closest to me within the business. I'm absolutely sure that will continue into the distant future.
I think what my dad, the dedication he's shown and the way he's built this business from the first farm built back in the 80s to where we are now is nothing short of fantastic achievement. We could potentially get as big as we want to get, and with it still being very much a family business, I'm third generation now. I've got two young boys, only 7 and 5, but seem very keen to come on and continue the family dynasty, if you will. There are some real changes happening within the supply base at the moment where I think British produce, not only apples and pears, but as a whole, are going to become more critical to the future of the UK.